Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah, and welcome to Guided Light, where we bring you timeless stories from the lives of the companions of Prophet Muhammad. Stories of courage, sacrifice, and unwavering faith that continue to inspire hearts across generations. Today, we begin with a story of loyalty, not just any loyalty, but one that stood firm in the face of death itself. This is the story of Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, IRA, and the night he shared a cave with the most beloved man on earth, Rasulullah. The Quraysh were furious. After years of preaching, the Prophet, peace be upon him, had gained followers not just from the poor, but even from noble families. His presence was a threat to their idols, to their power, and to their pride. When they realized that the Prophet, peace be upon him, was planning to leave Makkah, they plotted something unthinkable, a coordinated assassination. But Allah had already planned a greater escape. That night, the Prophet, peace be upon him, left his home under the cover of darkness, and with him was his closest companion, Abu Bakr as-Siddiq, RA. The two men fled south, away from Medina. It was a brilliant move to mislead the pursuers. After miles of travel, they reached a mountain known as Thawr. At its summit was a small cave, barely large enough for two people. Before the Prophet entered, Abu Bakr insisted on going in first. He checked every corner, every crack, covering holes with torn fabric, even plugging one with his own foot. "Ya Rasulullah, enter now," he said, only when he felt it was safe. Inside they rested, but the danger hadn't passed. Quraysh trackers were closing in. At one point, their footsteps echoed just outside the cave. Abu Bakr whispered, "Ya Rasulullah, if one of them looks down at his feet, they will see us." The Prophet, peace be upon him, turned to him, calm and composed. "Ya Abu Bakr," he said, "what do you think of two when Allah is their third? La tahzan, do not grieve, for Allah is with us." In that moment, fear turned into tranquility. Even though they were outnumbered and hunted, the belief in divine protection gave them strength. Later, Quraysh passed right by the cave without looking inside. Some narrations mention a spider spun a web and birds nested at the entrance, miraculous signs that further protected them. During their time in the cave, a snake emerged from one of the holes Abu Bakr hadn't covered. It bit his foot, but he didn't move, fearing he would wake the Prophet, peace be upon him, who was sleeping on his lap. Tears from the pain rolled down his face and fell on the Prophet's blessed cheek. The Prophet woke up and asked what had happened. When he saw Abu Bakr's condition, he placed his saliva on the wound, and Abu Bakr was cured. This is more than just a historical event. It's a moment that embodies trust between friends, between a believer and his Lord. Abu Bakr's loyalty wasn't blind. It was rooted in love, belief, and understanding. He was willing to sacrifice his life for the Prophet, peace be upon him, without hesitation. In return, he earned a praise found nowhere else. إِلَّا تَنْصُرُوهُ فَقَدْ نَصَرَهُ لِلَّهُ إِذْ أَخْرَجَهُ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا اثْنَيْنِ هُمَّا فِي الْغَارِ إِذْ يَقُولُ لِصَاحِبِهِ لَا تَحْزَنْ إِنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَنَا فَأَنْزَلَ لِلَّهُ سَكِينَتَهُ عَلَيْهِ وَأَيَّدَهُ بِجُنُودٍ لَمْ تَرَوْهَا وَجَعَلَ كَلِمَةَ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا لَلسُّفْلَى وَكَلِمَةُ لِلَّهِ هِيَ الْعُلْيَا وَاللَّهُ عَزِيزٌ حَكِيمٌ. 40. It does not matter if you believers do not support him, for Allah did in fact support him when the disbelievers drove him out of Mecca, and he was only one of two. While they both were in the cave, he reassured his companion, "Do not worry, Allah is certainly with us." So Allah sent down His serenity upon the Prophet, supported him with forces you believers did not see, and made the word of the disbelievers lowest, while the word of Allah is supreme, and Allah is Almighty, All-Wise. Surah At-Tawbah 940. Abu Bakr wasn't just a friend, he was As-Siddiq, the one who always confirmed the truth, the first adult male to accept Islam, and the man whose legacy lives in every Muslim heart. Ya Ikhwan wa Akhawat, let us ask ourselves, how strong is our trust in Allah? Would we stand firm like Abu Bakr if we were tested? If this story moved you, please consider subscribing to Guided Light and sharing this episode. Let's spread the light of the Sahaba, one story at a time. Until next time, stay guided, stay inspired. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.